Hello there, and welcome to Her Money Mindset, the podcast where we talk about all things money, mindset, and how our relationship with finances shapes our lives. I'm Courtney Schweingler, and I am so excited to have you here. This podcast is for women who want to take control of their financial futures, transform the way they think about money, and finally break free from any limiting beliefs or fears surrounding their finances. Now, whether you're just starting out on your money journey, you're looking to build wealth, or you want to get clear on your financial goals, this show is for you. Here on Her Money Mindset, we're diving deep into topics like budgeting, saving, investing, and everything in between. But we're not just talking numbers and strategies. We're going to be digging into the real reasons why so many of us struggle with money in the first place. Our mindset around money plays a huge role in how we handle it, and it's about time we got real with it. So, I will be sharing tips and tools to help you feel more confident in your financial decisions, but we'll also be exploring how your personal history, upbringing, and past experiences with money can influence how you manage it today. It's time to heal that relationship with money and make it work for you. So, if you are ready to shift your mindset, build the life you deserve, and start making your money work for you, then you're in the right place. And I cannot wait to take this journey with you. Now, before we jump into today's episode, let's go over some basics. So, if you are finally ready to make a difference in your financial life, but you want something that is self paced, check out my Budgeting Basics bundle. This is a digital pack filled with the exact tools I use to stop living paycheck to paycheck and start feeling confident with my finances. Inside, you will get my signature budgeting template, a debt payoff tracker, savings challenges, and a 2-week budget bootcamp to help you get back on track and fast. So, if you are ready for a fresh start with your money without the overwhelm, this bundle is exactly where I would have you begin. You can grab it now using the link in the show notes and make sure that you use code HMM podcast for 15% off of your purchase. This is a podcast exclusive discount code as a way to say thank you for all of you that continue to show up and listen to me 2 times a week. Remember, that's code HMM podcast. Now, if you know that you want help with your money and your money habits, but you want something faster than self paced work, personalized, and someone to directly hold you accountable, sign up for private one on one coaching with me. I will have the link in the show notes for you. You can either do a one time one on one coaching call to answer your budgeting basics, get your budget set up, and get you on your way. Or you can do my 12-week private coaching program for more accountability, structure, and motivation. Make sure you sign up today for a free consultation call with the link in the show notes. Also, I would truly be so grateful if you would leave a review of the podcast. This is such a great way to tell me and others that you enjoy the content that I have to share and that you think other women would find value in it. Now, let's dive into today's episode, which is money anxiety, what it really means, and how to calm it. So, today's episode is one that I really do think that so many of you need to hear, especially coming into the holiday season, which is rapidly approaching. If you've ever felt that pit in your stomach when you open your bank app, if you've ever avoided checking your credit card bill because you just don't want to know right now, if you've ever snapped at your partner over money or you lost sleep stressing about it, this episode is for you. Because listen, here is the truth. Anxiety around money is not about being bad with money. It is about the emotional weight and fear that we carry around it. And today, my goal is not only to help you understand your money anxiety, but also to give you practical ways to calm it and to take back control. So, that feeling when your chest gets super tight when you open that bank account, when you put off looking at your credit card statement, when you lay awake at night running what if scenarios about bills, emergencies, or the future, remember, you're not alone, and this does not mean that you're bad with money. This means you're human, and it means your nervous system is responding to the stress that it's receiving in its environment, right? So, let's talk about what is money anxiety. At its core, this is a state of stress, worry, or fear that is triggered by finances. And here's the thing, this has nothing to do with how much money you make. I've worked with women making $30,000 a year and women making six figures, and both groups struggle with money anxiety because it's not always about the numbers. It's about the stories and the fears attached to those numbers. For example, do I have enough to cover the bills? I've messed up with money before. I'm just going to mess up again. What if something happens and I can't handle it? What happens if I lose my job? Or even everyone else seems to have it together. Why can't I? So, I want to share a personal moment with you because I want you guys to know that it's not just you, it's millions of other women, and it was me too, okay? I remember sitting on the couch late at night with bills and I felt frozen. We had nothing in our savings account. We were trying to make ends meet. We had just had a baby. My heart was racing, my mind was spinning, and I couldn't even bring myself to look at my bank account because I was just scared. I was anxious. And it wasn't because I didn't have the ability to figure it out. It was because of the anxiety attached to the money. And that anxiety kept me stuck there for a really long time. And that's exactly what money anxiety does. It makes you freeze, it makes you avoid things, and it makes you spiral. And one thing that I actually did to get out of this hole was I actually did money coaching myself. And it was in doing money coaching that I realized how important this work is, especially for women. So, I want you to know that I've been there and I can help you through it. If you would like to talk to me about it, sign up for a free consultation call for my private coaching program. The private coaching program is called Her Money Method, and it's a no judgment space where you get to talk to me one on one and we figure out a plan for your money. You're not alone and you do not need to feel like you are alone. The link is in the show notes, or you can go to the bio of any of my socials to get yourself signed up for that free consultation call and we can just chat. So, maybe you're wondering if money anxiety is something that you're struggling with. So, let's talk about what signs can look like. So, what money anxiety can look like. This can look like avoiding checking your bank accounts, or this could be the opposite. This could be you're obsessively, constantly checking your bank accounts. Maybe you're arguing with your partner about money. Maybe you feel guilty every time you spend on yourself, even if it's something small. Maybe you have physical symptoms. Maybe you can't sleep. Maybe you feel panicked when your bills come in. Maybe you get physically ill. Maybe you hustle nonstop. Maybe you overwork because you're scared of not having enough. If any of these sound familiar, I need you to just stop what you're doing and take a deep breath. Right? Nothing is wrong with you. Your brain is trying to keep you safe, but living in that constant fight or flight mode is not healthy for you. And this is exactly why we need the tools to calm it. But first, before I give you the tools, let's kind of peel this back a little bit further and let's talk about why money anxiety happens. So, for some of us, this could go all the way back to childhood. Maybe you grew up hearing your parents argue about money, or maybe there was never enough and you internalized that scarcity mindset. For others, this could be coming from cycles of debt. When you've been stuck in that loop of debt, it's really easy to live in fear of repeating it. And for almost all of us, it comes from one big thing. Nobody ever taught you how to actually manage your money in a way that fits your real life. You're just expected to figure it out on your own. And that is why I always say it's not that you're bad with money, it's that you've never been taught a system that actually works for you. So, let's talk about how to calm down that money anxiety. We're going to talk about the practical side here. So, the first one, you can't fix what you don't notice, right? You need to build your awareness. You need to start paying attention to what triggers that anxious feeling. Maybe it's looking at your credit card balance. Maybe it's an unexpected bill. Maybe it's grocery shopping. Write these things down. Awareness is your first step. Then your step two is going to be taking small but concrete actions. So anxiety grows in the unknown. The more that you avoid things, the bigger your fear is going to grow. So instead of avoiding, I need you to start with one small action. Set a weekly money date where you check your accounts, you look at your bills that are upcoming, and you make a plan for them. Even looking just once a week takes power away from that fear. Set up a plan to automate your savings. I just did an episode 45, all about automating your savings. I don't care if it's $5 a week. This is a small, concrete action that you can take to help yourself. Step 3, you need to reframe your thoughts. Your inner dialogue is very, very important. And instead of saying, I'll never get out of debt, shift it to, I'm taking steps every single week to pay this off. Your brain will believe what you tell it. So try this affirmation: I am capable of managing my money with peace. Step 4, create a buffer. So, this is a big one that is really important because even a small emergency fund, this is $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, this can dramatically lower your anxiety because you know that if something unexpected comes up, you're not immediately going to your credit card, you're not immediately going to asking friends and family for money, you're not immediately having to work and hustle for overtime to get the money to come up with it because you know that you've got that $1,000 in that account just for this purpose. And this is where I love to talk about SoFi. I personally use them for my high yield savings account because this grows your money faster than a traditional bank. There's no fees and it's risk free. And if you use my affiliate link in the show notes or in the bio of any of my socials, you will get a cash bonus just for opening an account. So I'll have that linked in the show notes, like I said, so you can go get signed up. It takes 10 minutes or less, you guys. There is no reason not to have a high yield savings account. Now, step 5, you need to get support. Money anxiety is not something that you need to carry by yourself. Whether it's talking with your partner, sharing with a trusted friend, or working with a money coach like me, support makes a huge difference because it reminds you that you're not alone. It reminds you that you can do this, and this gives you someone to hold you accountable to your goals and to your values. And this is exactly what I do in private coaching. I help women take the confusion and the fear out of their money and build a step by step plan that fits their life. So if you're nodding along right now thinking, yep, that's me, I seriously would love to invite you to book a free consultation call. We'll talk about your goals and we'll see if coaching is the next right step for you. So now that we've discussed the 5 steps, let's talk about long term strategies to stay calm. So, once you've started calming your money anxiety in the moment, how do you actually keep it from coming back in full force? So, here are some long term strategies. Automate your bills and savings, which, like I said, I just talked about this in episode 45. The less you have to manually remember, the less stress that you're going to feel on yourself. Then I want you to create sinking funds for things that you know are coming: holidays, car repairs, kids' activities. I actually just recently did an episode on sinking funds as well. I can't remember the episode number off the top of my head, but it was fairly recent. So make sure you go check that out. Then I want you to have regular check ins with your money. You can do weekly, you can do monthly, whatever works for you. Anxiety goes down the more that you consistently and constantly face it. Okay? I want you to keep learning. Financial literacy is going to build your confidence. So keep showing up and listening to these podcast episodes. Listen to some other finance content creators that you really enjoy. Another example of finance podcast that I love is the Money Mindful Moms. She has a great podcast. And then another one I love is the Financial Feminist podcast by for her first 100K. She has a lot of great resources. Plus, there are so many on TikTok, Instagram. Don't Depend on Daddy is another great one. Just go find content creators that you enjoy and you feel like provide value to your financial life. And remember, you need to be taking care of yourself outside of your money too. This means sleeping, this means boundaries, this means going to therapy. I recommend therapy for everybody, okay? Your mental health matters. Your mental health is extremely important, and without good mental health, things are a lot harder. Okay? I say this because I've been there. I get it. I'm here for you. Your mental health matters. Prioritize this in your journey. Let's wrap this episode up. Money anxiety is extremely common. This does not mean that you're failing. This means that you're carrying a weight that is pretty freaking heavy. Okay? It's heavy. Especially in today's day and age, things are tough. Okay? I know that. I acknowledge that. And I'm here to help you with it. Okay? We are giving you the tools to put in place to lighten this load that is on you. Okay? Take advantage of these tools. And this is what I want you to remember: build awareness, take small steps, reframe your thoughts, create a buffer, and get support. And of course, if you feel like you are finally ready for that support, I've got some great ways to help you right now. So, if you want something that is self paced, low cost, and on your own, the Budgeting Basics Bundle is a great option. And I specifically designed it to be as not overwhelming as possible. Okay. Another thing that you should do is you need to open a high yield savings account. If you use my referral link for SoFi, you get a cash bonus and your money is going to start working for you. And of course, the third thing is booking your free consultation call with me if you are ready to explore private coaching. Now, thank you so much for tuning in today. If this episode resonated with you, share it with a friend, leave a review, and don't forget to hit follow so you don't miss future episodes. I will see you back here next time on Tuesday. And until then, take a deep breath, remind yourself that you are capable, and keep moving forward one step at a time. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, and I hope you know that you are valued and you are appreciated. Have a great weekend.